Hi, this is Aziz Khan, and in this video, we will learn something about the rain effect and how basically path loss calculate the rain, how the rain affects us. We will not go in the rain mitigation right now because that will be a kind of different thing that I will be covering in during the different kind of links. But here we will learn that how the rain itself is calculated, on what basis it is calculated. Should we use the ITU recommendation or should we not use the ITU recommendations? How we can know that in which rain region we are living. So let me just first show you the area. Basically, we are doing this planning in, as you know, that we are doing this planning in the African region. I am doing this in Ghana region. If you see, this is in this part of Africa, which is on in this lower part, and from here this starts to go down. So we are somewhere here on this curve of Africa. So just I wanted to show you because of some reason which I will be discussing in a minute. So let's go in one of the link that I have. The rain, we put it in transmission analysis. If you see here, we have this annual rain value 99.99565. This is the current rain. This is the availability which is because of rain. I mean, the availability technically should be 100%. A link should be available for almost 100% of the time. But this, because this time is not 100%, this is 99.99565. It means that this link should not be available here for almost 0.00435% of the time. So this 0.00435%, when the link should not be available here, this unavailability will be because of rain. So that is why this is called rain availability. I mean, this part is when the rain, it will be available for this much time, and the time that it won't be available should be because of rain. And how path loss calculate, or what value we gave based on which it was calculated, the value is written here as well, because we put the rain region as the ITU region Q. How we put it? We put it from this symbol. If you see here, we loaded the file of ITU rain region Q. So before going in this, let's see that how ITU has and on what basis ITU has distributed the world in some regions, and what are the basis of those regions. Let me open one file. This is the ITU rain region file, and here you can see like this. This is Africa, and we are almost in this area. So I have put the rain region as P. Sorry, I have put the rain region as Q, but this is not the Q region. If we see here, this P is taking this part as well. All this part with the C is under the P, and only this small part is Q. So basically, I should not have put Q here. I should have put P here. Ghana, the southern part is in Q and the northern part is in N. If you see here, this N is coming like this. So this part is N. So basically, if you say, I mean, why I put Q is because I don't have the actual knowledge of the area. So that's why I had put it as Q, but basically I should have put a P here. So if I put P here, you see these values are changed again. This becomes 99.9. So if you compare just by our changing, Q was a bit better because it was giving us 99.995. If I show you again, if I take it to Q, you see this become 99.995. Generally, we think that the P is lower rain and Q is a higher rain, which is a bit of right as well. It is not fully wrong, but it means that there is some other kind of difference. And if we take it based on crane, because I am using crane as the model, so if I take it as a H96 tropical wet, then you see this, the rain has make it more disturbing. So if you go in first thing, what I suggest is that whenever you are making a rain, you are adding the rain prediction. First thing should be that you take the rain value from some local source. So climate is changing. So even maybe the rain regions or the everything should be changing. This is also one aspect. Also, the document that I am showing you, I mean, this document has it in the P category. But if you see the document, if I go on the top, this is called the ITU recommendation, ITUR PN 837, and this recommendation which I have, this is quite old. Maybe there's a new recommendation I can check, or you can also check it, but I'm not sure that if it is updated. But if it is updated, then it is fine. But if it is not updated, then you can see that this document is almost 30 years old. So we should not fully believe on this document. We should be more considering our own interpretation or our own um, local knowledge of the area. If we know the area, for example, I live in Pakistan, I know that when we started planning 20 years ago, when I started planning almost 25 years ago, we used to consider Pakistan as some part in C and some part in K. But after 6 7 years, after when my local knowledge increases, when my understanding of path loss increases, then I changed the rain region to P, because P is very strict. P has uh, more rain, more intense rain. So you should be using your personal or your local knowledge, and you should consider this table. These are the rain climatic zones. This table will tell you what is the meaning of these alphabets. Like if I say Pakistan, some part is in C, so you can see that for C, it says that for 1% of the time, the rain is 0.7 millimeter per hour. How we interpret it, or what is the meaning of this, is basically what they do is that they take a trend of the country. For example, if in a country the rain is generally the total rain in the country is, for example, 200 millimeter, then they make these values based on knowing that how much time that rain happened. For example, this 1% of the time, let me show you one Excel sheet I have made it to just to show you. 1% of the time for a year is 87 hours, and 0.001% of the time in an year is almost zero point 0.08 hours. So it means that you are using 1% of the time something, that it means that that thing happened almost for 88 hours in that year. And if you are using it at 0.001% of the year, then it happened only zero point 0.08 hours in an year. But this was just to tell you, this was just to give you some idea that if we are saying 1% of the time, then we are talking about almost 88 hours. And when we are using 0.001% of the time, then it is much less. It's just 5 minutes. 0.001% of the year is just 5 minutes of it. So based on what we just learned, what we mean is that, for example, if in a country the rain happens, uh, the rain is very intense for a very, very short period of time. Like, for example, like I'm from Islamabad in Pakistan, we have generally very intense rain for very short period of time. And total rain is also not very bad. Total rain is also a very good amount of rain, but we have intense rains as well. So that's why we choose P, because P has a very intense value for the shorter period of time as well. While if you see, the Q is not that intense. So, but the Q means that in the full day or for a very longer period of time, you still have some continuous rain. In Islamabad or in Pakistan, we can say generally. So the for the whole year or for the longer period of time, we don't have very intense rain. We have a very short span of intense rain, and then there is no rain. Then there is very short intense rain, then there is no rain. So based on your personal understanding of an area, you can use this map to make your own rain calculation. And what I will suggest is that at least don't go on these maps now. These maps are not wrong. These maps are based on very long studies. But because, as I told you, that because of the climatic change, these values are may not be the same. So take a local value, take your local knowledge in consideration for making these. But you can use this guide to understand that what is the meaning of this P and Q and how it is being calculated. But keep in mind that this document is a bit older. So I think I may have made you a bit confused as well in this area. But if you have any question, or if you are trying to understand anything, you can contact me with your question, or try to understand this with some technical knowledge, because this values are computed based on very longer trends, and we should only know that how we implement this. Like for example, if I put different rain value, like I put a crane, I ask crane to just check this area, then you have seen that it gives very strict rain values. But if I change it by myself and I put it on a very low value, you can see that this rain becomes almost negligible. And if I put a strict rain like P, then you can see that this is again very strict. So changing the rain region affects the overall availability of your link. And getting the rain region depends on your local study of the area or using the ITU maps. And as I told you, that because of the changes in the universal climatic behavior, you should use some of your local knowledge for that. So I hope that you may have got some good value from this course. If you still have any question, then do contact me, comment on the video, or contact me directly. And just to reiterate that we have tried to learn that what are the different regions, how they are calculated, what are the ITU guidance for that, what is the meaning of the alphabet that we use, ITU in region P or Q or A or B, what is the meaning of that, and how we should generally use this information to calculate a link. If you are from an operator side, then I will recommend you to make the more and more strict values so that your link behave good in rains. But if you will be very much strict, then it may become a overkill, because if you increase the rain probability, or then you have to increase the power or increase the mitigation. I will not go in the detail, but you have to mitigate. Then I mean, if you say that I have more rain, then you have to mitigate that rain. So it's better to not to just increase by your self. Try to use strict values based on some real knowledge, so that you don't make a link as an overkill, but don't take it very weak as well. And if you are from any vendor side and you are working for some operator, then it is best that you ask the operator to provide you the guidance that how he needs his links to be um, planned against the rain. So I hope that you like this video. So see you in the next video. And if you like it, then please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share it with your friends. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.